Welcome back to the Star Crypto channel, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Brazen.
And your boy Double O.
All right, let's get in there. Well, first of all, before we get in there, as usual, we would like to start by thanking you guys for watching our videos, liking the videos. Really means a lot to us. We are up to 64 subscribers. Kenny, did you see?
Chewy. You know what's so fun about this?
What's that?
I had a friend that called me like, you know what? I love your show so much. I signed up and I got my brother to sign up as well. I was like, wow, thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying.
Look at that, man.
The value that we had in.
Look, man, all we can do is try. You take us to the top. And it looks like right now we're tap dancing our way to the very top. You know what I'm saying? Let's get in there. What's that?
No, I was just saying thank you to the last 2 subscribers.
Oh yes, I saw. Oh, is that the last 2 subscribers that came on there? I saw.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey man, look at that, man. Wait. Today we're going to be doing some technical analysis on HBAR. We're just really revisiting IOTX and of course KDA. This is a new one Kenny found recently. Cadena. Sounds very much like Cardano.
Hey, they are trying to fly off that name, man.
I know. Then later on, we'll be jumping into the news. We're going to be talking about Ripple. We'll be talking about the SEC and New York coin as well. Very interesting stuff coming up there. Stay tuned. Let's get in there. So, HBAR is where we're going to be starting. For those who are not familiar, HBAR is very much a security protocol blockchain, right? Or coin. And your native token is HBAR. The coin itself is, or the security protocol itself is Hedera Hashgraph, right? Currently trading.
What you call Hedera? Is it Hedra? I like the term Hedra.
Is it Hedra? Oh, I
don't know. You call it Hedera. Man, I call it Hedra.
I learned English from the English. You know what I'm saying? We pronounce every letter. So there we go. There we go. So HBAR is currently trading at 44 cents. Now, in the last video we did, we have some support levels which we put in here. Now, the arrow which we have there was our price target, right? Which is about 52 cents. And we said if it moved in the wrong direction, then we're going to be expecting to see it come down there to about 35 cents. Then we also added those resistance points, one there at 37 cents and another one there at about 44 cents. What we were mentioning in that video was that if we were to open a candle above this resistance point, right, and if that also pushes past that 100% Fibonacci retracement there, this is the point where we're expecting to see that price target. Right now, that's where we are. Kenny.
Yeah. Hey, going as planned.
Right.
Hey, I'm not printing any money here, guys. This is just technical analysis. And so far, so good. Absolutely.
Looking good, moving in the right direction. Let's check out the 4-hour chart for good measure. See how we're looking over there. Definitely opened the candle and closed it above the 100 Fibonacci retracement there, right? And open up another one. This one looks really strong. I'm expecting to see this 50. What's the price target? 53 cents. I'm expecting to see this come up soon.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Hey, good stuff there.
Open and close.
Another one that we did last week was IOTX. IOTX is a blockchain for Internet of Things, right? If you do your research on them, very cool coin. Now, the last time we did the technical analysis on this coin actually ran up a little bit. Now, after that run, it's kind of settled a little bit, but it looks like it's going to be making another move. Kenny.
Yeah, so I believe the last time, I can't remember exactly, we said that this was gonna go up to the 1, touch the 1, and it retraced back down to the 0. I set an alert to get back in at 0, not at 0.15. Anyway, long story short, I slept on this baby and it started to pop back up between last night and this morning.
Hey,
it was quick flash. So I'm like, come down a little bit so I can get back into this so I can buy some. But in the meantime, I bought some here in case it never comes back down. It's doing the exact same retracement, crossing the 0.382. It's a strong signal of continuous upward movement, but it's not as strong as 0.618. So I'm buying some here. This is not financial advice, but IOTX makes these really wild moves. So if it does comes back to zero, of course I'll be buying a lot more because now I see a very strong trend forming here.
Right.
But at the 4 hour, this is showing very strong movement. It's still moving up. So hey, it's up to you, man. But this looks pretty strong. We can look at the 1 day, see if it matches. Because you always want to look at two different time frames to see if it's a good buy. And
Absolutely.
it hasn't touched the 0.382 on the 1 day yet. So you might be jumping in a little bit too early. But if it does enter that and crosses that, then it's much more of a strong bullish movement.
Absolutely. I will also say that there's a bit of there's a reversal happening there on the TTM squeeze. That's moving back up now. It looks like it was falling for a minute there, but quite an aggressive change in direction for that one. The awesome oscillator. I mean, the green candles are your buying volume, and the red candles are your selling volume. You could also see that the selling volume has dropped off. It'd be interesting to see if that also turns into some buying pressure on that side as well. So IOTX looking good. Definitely expecting another run from this one. We'll see how it goes.
We call this a cup and handle?
Well, the shortest cup and handle ever, I would say so. Yeah, the shortest cup and handle ever, I would say so. But I can see where you're coming from with that for sure. Absolutely.
It's a scoop. It's a scoop and handle.
It's a light scoop. Light scoop. Right. But this one is, you have more of a cup there on that one, right? And your handle there on the side on the 4-hour chart. So not bad at all. KDA, right? Before we jump into this one, we'll just take a brief look at what KDA is exactly. So KDA is a blockchain, and their goal is to simplify the adoption of crypto. One of the main things is to be able to create dApps that have more application or more use cases in real life. So interesting one. I still have to dig deeper into this one. Ken, I know you were looking at it.
Why do I feel like Cardano is gonna swarm one day? Because it's basically they got a name that sounds like them, and they're trying to do the same thing Cardano is doing.
It is the same thing. It is pretty much the same thing. A platform with smart contracts, low transaction cost, right, and energy efficient at scale. It says.
Yeah,
we will have to see, man. I haven't seen many projects rolling out on this yet, but I think that this is just something to keep an eye on and see how it develops.
They're already partnering with all the big names. Flux, Celos. There's all the guys that have all the big names. Terra, Ledger, Polkadot. These guys have hundreds of millions of dollars in big
there is some strong names
banking,
there.
Backend, yeah.
Absolutely. There's some strong names there. Definitely, this is one that we're just going to be monitoring, keeping an eye on it, and we'll see where it goes. But currently,
I bought 2 shares, by the way, just to keep an eye on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go.
It might just blow up like Solano. Who knows? I need to buy more. Who knows?
It is one of those ones. That is what is interesting about this. Because it is one of those ones because if they can make some positive developments, I can see this just ripping away. Yeah. Even if it's like a straight copy of Solana, it still has a functionality. So KDA trading at $20 right now. What do you think of that chart, sir?
On the daily, right? It's extremely bullish. It's what to call it? A bullish continuation.
A bullish continuation channel? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But this last recent candles have been getting longer and longer, which is the scary part. It might just go long and never come back down.
Everything comes back down one day. Hey, you know that's like what goes up must come down.
Must come down.
Yeah. Oh, that is moving away too aggressively there. We're just gonna
too aggressively. It's like whoa.
Yeah. But they say what goes up must come down. So we'll see how this one goes. But carry on.
Yeah, let's look at the 4 hours, see what's going on at the current moment. So on the 4 hour, we're having that little upside down H going on. It tried to go for that one, cross the 0.618, but did not really open the candle above 0.618. It opened the candle on that same line and it failed. So at this current moment with those 3 red candles, which if you also study candles, it means that it's going to come back down. Now to what support level? It could stop at 0.5, it could stop at 0.382, or come all the way back down to 0 before it goes back up. Now, historically, it looks like it tends to want to come back all the way to 0 before it goes back up. If it does, that would be great news. you can get back in at $16 ish, and then go up for that move. If it doesn't, somewhere between $22 and $16 is a good time to get back in for this upward movement. But in the long term, it's still moving upwards. Awesome Escalator is saying it's going up.
Right.
TTM Square seems to be changing as well. So this is a pretty interesting project and a pretty interesting chart right now.
It's a very interesting chart because essentially what you just described it, that is going to be the divergence, right? Because everything is looking like it should be moving up, but the price action is moving down.
Yep.
So in certain situations, depending on what it might be a sign to get in. But I don't think that's the case in this one. Not 100% sure about that.
If you could come and touch that line that you just made over there, and not come all the way down to zero, and then get back up. Yep, somewhere around there.
Around there. Interesting.
Yep.
All right.
Even if you
I think that's
good support around that area.
Yeah, that is a tricky one for me, man. I just have to wait and see what is happening with this. That is, but I mean, everything that you pointed out about it so far, man, it looks reasonable. When these divergences happen, it really throws me off because I'm not sure what will really happen next.
Yo, you said the same thing with Solana, and Solana never came back.
Yeah. Well,
that's a good reminder.
Hey, listen.
Solana it's $18 now. I'm still watching. It's $20 now. It's kind of tricky. What the hell? What the hell is playing this much video games?
Solana is going up forever. It's trying to prove right now. What a ridiculous thing, man. No, it's gonna come back down, man. I think I'm gonna buy Solana one day at like $170. So we hope.
I think that's gonna be the cheapest price you can get it.
Absolutely. Well, jumping into the news here, Ripple to launch liquidity service for 6 cryptocurrencies. So it says the San Francisco-based fintech firm Ripple will launch a product called the Ripple Liquidity Hub to give business customers access to the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, etc. Throw me off there, and BCH cryptocurrencies from a range of global exchanges. And this is going to give business customers cryptocurrencies from a range of global exchanges, right? Markets, market makers, and over-counter desk. What does this mean for a business, though?
We were just talking about this before all of this conversation was getting started. XRP being a centralized blockchain, and the troubles that it could create for crypto, and the advantage that it could create for crypto. Basically, the banks can now trade Bitcoin. That's basically what they're going to do. A front desk where you can go to Bank of America, which a lot of people don't like. Right. I don't like them, even though I use them, to go and buy and sell Bitcoin, I guess.
I think for business applications, right? I get it. Maybe they will need something like this, but for the average person, I don't think you need XRP to do anything for you. Secondly, XRP is centralized, which is something that has always been a question mark on the back of my mind. Don't get me wrong. I am only in XRP to make some money because I know it is going to rip one day. I give XRP credit on the fact that this is one of the companies that have really been standing up to the SEC. One of those companies that has really been fighting for their independence, if you will, right? And really for the independence of everyone in crypto to be able to do their thing. Because as we know right now, the government is trying to regulate these things, but they're not exactly putting clear guidelines. And we're going to see in some of the next articles that we read here. I respect our XRP in that front, but the fact that it's too centralized, man, it bothers me a bit. So
yeah, well, they're still gonna provide staking and yield farming for whoever uses the platform
for businesses. Yeah,
so it kind of be like what the Coinbase is trying to do as well. But they're not gonna give you the kind of decentralized type of returns, I'm sure. So it could be a good thing for the banks because they can now say, oh, you know what, we're no longer giving 0.01% on your money. We've caught up with the times, so we can give you 2 or 3% on your money if you bought crypto and you stick it with us. And then they give you like 5%
on your money.
When for sure, you can get like 20%, 50% back.
Yeah, man. Banks are comical these days, man. Listen, I understand that big businesses like to have things that are more stable. I think that this will work for them. It's a pretty cool thing, good for them. New York coin launching this week with Mayor-elect Eric Adams. The article says the NYC coin is set to launch on Thursday with the community-led proposal endorsed by New York City Mayor-elect Eric Adams. The New York-focused cryptocurrency is being launched by City Coins, the same firm that provides the Miami coin, which is interesting because you were talking to me about the Miami coin yesterday, but I did not feel the
juice in it.
I did not feel the juice. You know what I mean? I did not get that sense of legitimacy hitting me in my chest when you told me about it. Because it was not
Stay with your chest.
Exactly, right? It was not endorsed by their local government. Okay. Because at the end of the day, right, when we talk about crypto and we talk about use cases, we have to get the right people involved for it to make sense. You know what I'm saying? And that is why I'm loving New York coin more than Miami coin right now. Because go ahead.
You went against yourself. We always say that we don't need the government for legitimacy, which was why I said Miami coin was going to be a good idea when it started proving some point.
Yes.
But then when we got New York City's mayor saying he's on board with the New York City coin, you were like, woohoo, let's go.
Here's the thing. I am saying woohoo, let's go in this case because to get to an end result, you're going to have to take steps. Yeah. Is what I'm saying. We are dealing with people who are going to be losing power, right? And I think that yanking it from them is probably not the best way.
True.
We have to slowly roll them into the situation, let them see the advantages, right? And the more advantages they see, part of it would just look, there's disadvantage and disadvantage to everything, right? They'll also see that some of the disadvantages is that now they have put themselves in this situation where they're going to lose power. Because these cryptocurrencies do not require external governance. It's built in, right? So I think that this is the first step. Plus, we're talking about New York, a place where getting crypto in New York is already a problem, right? So I'm happy for this one because it is progress. It is a sign of progress. So this is pretty cool. Maybe they can get the New York mayor on board too. They're more crypto friendly over there.
He said he was gonna get his first 3 checks. He did not say his entire paycheck. His first 3 checks in crypto. So I'm not sure what that means. Don't just flip on us, man. Don't be flipping in.
He's grandstanding, sir. Anyway, man, today's a heavy one.
Yeah.
The SEC releases. Bro, every time we do these things, man, I'm like, yo, man, I don't think people think we're anti-government when we do these things because listen,
we're not. We love
we're
the
not
government.
Anti-government, but the thing is that
it's the technology.
The technology is everything that the government is in code, and that just makes things so much more simpler.
The funny thing is that the government can go be part of the technology and be part of the governance, but they don't have. It's not just this one guy at the top that controls everybody. They can be part of the decision making and the voting process. That's the good part about this automated governance.
Absolutely.
It's decentralized. It's not given to just one authority that can abuse the power. Which is kind of what we have now.
And I think that leadership will be so much better, right? Especially in America, right? Being the country it is, if they were able to accept crypto. And then, because once you accept it, now you can use it to your advantage in many ways that other countries have not figured out yet. But the more you resist this thing, man, someone else is going to beat you to the punch. So the SEC releases a report urging DeFi operators to reach out. That is funny. The SEC Commissioner Caroline Crenshaw has published a statement on DeFi risk regulations and opportunities on November 9th, advising decentralized finance platforms to contact them. In it, she acknowledged that crypto is now part of the vernacular, whether on news, social media, entertainment, and in investment portfolios. In an effort to clarify regulatory status of DeFi in the US, the report stated that many DeFi products closely resemble those in the traditional finance marketplace. Let me pause. We need to pause here, man.
Say that again.
Let me say this again. Let me take this word. In an effort to clarify the regulatory status, which this already tells me that, first of all, they do not understand that is already saying that they do not understand what crypto is and they need help clarifying what it is. 2, it also tells me that they understand that they do not have jurisdiction over crypto. Okay? And if these DeFi companies go there, and then now you're now legitimizing them by saying that yes, you have jurisdiction over crypto. I still don't think that they have jurisdiction over crypto. So let's hold that one there. In an effort to clarify the regulation, I feel like a pastor, bro. You know how pastors read the same sentence over and over?
People need to hear this part right here.
Okay, so in an effort to clarify the regulatory status of DeFi in the US, the report stated that many DeFi products closely resemble those in the traditional financial marketplace. Many DeFi products closely resemble those in the traditional financial market space.
Resembles is not equal to.
Resemble is not equal to, right?
Yes.
But secondly, I'll also say that if it seems to you like it resembles, it's because it is everything that you guys do in code, which makes you guys obsolete. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, this is not stocks. This is not what else does the SEC
futures and all the other stuff?
It's not
commodities
futures.
and all
It's
that
none
stuff.
of those. I think that there needs to be a whole. If there is going to be some sort of governance over this, right? I think there needs to be a whole new branch of government to handle this. What do you think?
That's another conversation that folks are having. Is that do we need a branch of government that focuses on blockchains instead of the SEC? Because the SEC are doing a terrible job at their job right now.
Oh, they're horrible.
You know, the old thing with Robin Hood happened, and what have they done?
Yeah.
You know, there is still the dark pool and all the stuff that this hedge funds do. What have they done?
Yeah.
So now they want to now bring their dirty hands. Sorry, Miss Crenshaw.
Dirty balls.
Dirty balls into the blockchain and starts creating all this structural delayed process. Like, try to run anything through the SEC. It will not get done for years.
Yeah.
You can do this stuff in blockchain in seconds. So, okay, the latest news now is this. If you use Venmo, WhatsApp, and Cash App and all this other cash transferring stuff,
Right.
they are now pushing in to say that if you transfer more than $600 a year, they need to report that to the IRS. So they're trying to find a back way in. They create all these new bills and sticking inside a big bill so that nobody sees the law. And then they just wake up one day and say, oh, they have jurisdiction. That's not how it should work.
But that's the
reality
thing.
is that
How do you even claim jurisdiction over something that you don't even understand it yet? Because one of the issues that we're having right now is the fact that the SEC and those and other guys in their range seem to keep pushing this narrative that they have jurisdiction and they want to regulate these things, but they are not putting out any clear guidelines to regulate these things. And I have my suggestions. I think that one is because they understand that they may sound extremely stupid if they do, because they are not cryptographers. They do not understand the technology yet, right? And so now they're in this situation where they're reaching out to these people to come explain it to them, and then they can turn around and make laws on it, which we don't know how it's gonna go. Right? Meanwhile, I would say that most of crypto, right, by definition, is there to eliminate all this unnecessary governance, right? Because the governance is built within. So I think that the main focus should be directed towards security. Right, make sure that we can avoid people from getting rug pulled. Make sure that we can, because when your money is on the blockchain, bro, it's safe. Even if it's lost, right? Like we were talking before the show, even your ship that is missing on the blockchain right now is still safe, because once you get to a point where you can identify how to recover that money, it's gonna come right back to your wallet.
Yep.
Right. So unless there's bad actors out there, someone hacking things and things like that, which is what should be the main focus, everything else takes care of itself. Go ahead.
I think they want to find a way to tax people, because people are no longer using the fiat currency and they're now trading and transacting businesses of this new technology, which perfectly is fine. What you now have to do is say, you know what, go to where the money is. You basically say, you know what? Let's switch our city transactions, our state transaction, our federal transaction into the space, right? So that maybe you can create your own DeFi and your own staking and then you can generate more revenue through a government-based DeFi or staking or yield farming application than
Yeah.
you can with taxes. Taxes is just so complicated. Right now it's fraudulent. People can find ways around it. The government just need to adapt to the technology, go and create like a city coin or like a state coin, and then have that coin provide staking to the people in the space, and boom, it's working for everybody. It's faster, it's efficient, it's not illegal, people can vote for it, it's a voting space. You cannot say, oh, I have a lot of money, I'll pay you to create these laws to protect my money. No, we all get to vote to say this is what we want the platform to do, and if we vote and the vote says yes, boom, that's all. That's what we all get. No, not one guy with some bunch of money gets to buy one person out.
Yeah,
and that's the advantage of the crypto that these guys are not getting. Like, the government needs to just like slowly start moving over into this technology and use the same technology for what the government does now.
Look, man,
problem solved.
I believe that I agree with you, and I believe that this thing can work for everyone, for the government, and for every single one of us. Okay, they just need to adapt to it, and I think we'll all be better for it.
Yes, sir.
Also, I think that we all really need to start considering that taxes may be out of date. Okay,
taxes it's been out of date.
Taxes may be an old style of developing revenue. Taxation, we need to look for a new model. I don't have the solution yet, but I know that the current taxing situation is not working out at all. So hopefully America will come out of the dark on that one, and we'll all be in a better place for it. Yes, that's all I have. Any final thoughts, sir?
Hey, it's been a wonderful conversation. Today was a little bit heated, always, especially when you talk about government getting their dirty hands into crypto. I mean, the government is not dirty. It's just that there are aspects of the government.
There are people taking dirty actions.
Yes.
Yeah. In government. And hey, look, I think that is the whole point of crypto, because I get it, man. We can all get into crypto. We can all make some money. But I think the bigger picture is really just changing the quality of our lives, changing the way we operate and interact with each other. Like, crypto it's a lot more than just making money, man. It's
the reason why the government is not efficient right now is because of a very few control a maximum, like a large amount of people. Crypto allows it to, decentralize it and give more people access.
Yeah.
With crypto, I don't think you will have poor people. I don't think you have homeless people.
Here's the thing. I can't wait, because this is just going to be a couple years. There is a huge amount of the world that is not participating in crypto yet. Yeah. And right now, everything is happening to get these people online, right? And when these people come online, I think there's going to be some changes, man, because more people will be able to express their opinions and their ideologies through the blockchain, right?
A good example would be third world countries, right? Imagine you can buy a coin for 0.000006 cents, right? And you look at the currency of your country, right? Maybe you can just put, like in Nigeria, right? Maybe you can just put 100 naira, and you have a little piece of Shiba Inu, for example. I want to use Shiba Inu. Yeah. You can get Dogecoin. But let's get a little tiny share, right? And that little coin can make a little impact in your life. Your 50 naira or 100 naira can become 2,000 naira. And then that 2,000 naira, you can now apply it to whatever expenses that you need to use in your life. It's bringing those little countries up with all the dramas that they have to deal with their leadership, right?
Yeah.
The citizens get to move up instead of the little small minute 1% that constantly stay up and remains up.
And that's all we want, man. For everyone. Dude, in 2021, man, the standard of life should be at least at a certain bare minimum for everyone, everywhere, dude. Like, not just in America, everywhere, So, and I think crypto can help us achieve that. I truly believe that, So we just, but to do that, man, we need to we need to get past this old school government mindset situation. We can go on about this forever, but we know everyone has something to do. So we're gonna close this one. We're gonna exactly get back to work, ladies and gentlemen. Look, man, it's been pretty cool. Thank you for watching our videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that notification button. That way, when we post a video, you get alerted as well. All right. Until next time, Brazen out.
Double O out. Thanks for watching.